What's your favorite scary movie?
One man on a planet that'll drive off of the Grand Canyon, hop out of a Grand...
What's your favorite scary movie?
Yo, Slim Shady.
Yo, Royce 5'9".
Y'all wanna make a movie?
What?
We got the film right here.
Yeah, I'm one of them pretty rappers. Fuck if I really have to, I really slap you. King of Detroit, who they name in the city after? What? Scantless partners, who's grammar hammers the hard shit into your heart with content you don't wanna start with. Expert, bad and evil is coming soon. MCs get stuck head first back in their mother's womb. The shit is written, in my eyes I'm the illest MC spitting. What? Leaving all of you cash shitting kittens. I gotta dish you, my niggas be cocking pistols. Shot and split you, fuck splitting the profits with you. What? 6% of y'all niggas just pretend. Clicks with clips, pussy niggas stick with dicks. What? Niggas act bully and blast for the fast penny. My auto is fully. Plenty of you niggas pack a semi. Speak dark, show you get paid. Rhyming about it is the sweet part. You can't be street smart with a cheap heart. 5'9", a street nigga with deep feeling. What? I keep illin', my steez willing to keep killing. What? Fuck rap, a lot of y'all all is just acts. Trust that, you rhyme all whack on rough tracks. Bust, and then we all black when you get bust back at. Fuck that, you get blasted at, you get laughed at, and I'ma spit thunder. What? Stick to my guns, niggas is finished before they gimmicks. One hit wonders, what? Big balls. That's why when I spit, you click stars. I'm a pit bull. I'm just dog, I'm just raw. What? Split y'all, holler it's on, then I dish y'all. All of y'all niggas get pissed on, claiming you pissed off.
Y'all want drama, wanna make a scary movie. Rappers coming in with their team and carry toolies. You can jump right out of the screen and barely move me. We hard hitting, directing and starring in it. Y'all want drama, wanna make a scary movie. Rappers coming in with their team and carry toolies. You can jump right out of the screen and barely move me. We hard hitting, directing and starring in it.
The one man on a planet that'll drive off of the Grand Canyon, hop out of a Grand Dam and land in a handstanding. Any man planning a battle will get snatched out of his clothes so fast it'll look like an invisible man standing. I'm headed for hell, I'd rather be dead or in jail. Bill Clinton, hit this, and you better inhale. Cause any MC that chooses to go against me is getting taken advantage of, like Monica Lewinsky. Came home in a frenzy, pushing a 10-speed, screaming to Aunt Peg with 3 spokes sticking out of my pant leg. Fuck a headache, give me a migraine, damn it I like pain. Used to be anywhere that a mic ain't. You rap knowing you act up and I'm throwing you down a flight of steps, and I'm throwing you back up 'em. If they don't like the track, fuck 'em. The rap struck 'em harder than getting hit by a Mack trucking and backed up on. And any half-ass known rapper that trespass better be ready for the second celebrity death match. So tell the medic to bring the medication in quickly. I'm sicker than the Tupac dedication to Biggie. I'm free falling feet first out of a damn tree to stampede your chest and you can't breathe. And when I'm down to my last breath, I'ma climb the Empire State Building and get to the last step and still have half
Y'all
left.
want drama, wanna make a scary movie. Rappers coming in with their team and carry toolies. You can jump right out of the screen and barely move me. We hard hitting, directing and starring in it. Y'all want drama, wanna make a scary movie. Rappers coming in with their team and carry toolies. You can jump right out of the screen and barely move me.
Somebody's getting fired.
That's Queen Bee, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is me, Agent A.
And that is Agent K. We are here for yet another edition of Monday Night
It is
Chaos.
not Monday night. It is AWF Chaos here
You know
on
what I
Friday. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you for being here. We did start off on a Monday. This is the longest running show in actions. Whoa! 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 Priest! Damian Priest! Hands on CJ Smith! What the hell?
What a way to start off the program. Damian Priest, who we saw make his presence known in the main event match at Halloween Havoc, now once again showing his face.
And Priest leaves the scene of the crime. I mean, what the hell? Oh my goodness.
And once again, I'm wondering, what Damian Priest, what business does he have? I have no clue what Damian Priest, Agent A, has here in the AWF that he wants. Perhaps he wants the World Championship. I mean, that is the match that he made his presence in. So I guess we'll get more on that as you know.
The Attacking Ruination's CJ Speed. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, to start this show, it is the Game. Triple H back in action for the first time in a long time. For the first time in Season 3, Triple H makes an AWF Chaos appearance. Last had a matchup against Mo Gain, and we made an appearance in his last Renegade Rumble where Goulash is the one who took him out early on, and he inquired, and whoa. Who is that?
That is John Cena, folks!
Cena! Ambushing Triple H! John Cena, who we also saw in the War Zone, ambushing the Game! Attitude adjustment to Triple H! With words to him after!
But it looks like the Renegade Rumble has got a few ends that need to be tied. As John Cena attacking Triple H. Look at this. Attitude adjustment.
And giddy all about it. Cena as well. We haven't seen him in some time. Making his first Chaos appearance in over a year. And with knocking out Triple H.
The things are absolutely spilling over here.
Whoa.
In the Access Wrestling Federation, first Damian Priest with the attack, now Cena.
Triple H!
The Game being attacked before his scheduled match against Goulash.
And
one's got to wonder, of course, these two men have had their bouts in the past. But one's got to wonder what bridge was burnt to have Cena take this action. No, as far as I know, this looks like an ambush by John Cena. I don't see any justification for this.
And not for nothing, this is not something we see a lot of out of...
And here we go, the table...
Nearly uncharacteristic to ambush this man.
Nearly, this is completely uncharacteristic. We know Cena to be the closest thing to Clark Kent we have on planet Earth.
That's a flaming table that
And
Triple
now
H
Cena
is about to be engulfed into.
Burning the flesh of the Game here on Chaos.
And being embraced by the crowd after the fact.
And this night has started with chaos. We haven't even had a scheduled match yet. Hopefully this one goes as planned.
And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. It is AWF Chaos. We have Conundrum here. I mean,
absolute conundrum, pandemonium, whatever word you want to use. Things are absolutely spiraling down. But folks, here's hoping that this match will go as planned. We have Avery coming out here for this mixed tag action.
And Avery recently losing that AWF Women's Championship. She wants to climb back up to the top. And so, Yayo as well wants a shot at the newly crowned AWF World Champion. Both, CM Loaf and Nahir Robles doing a little team up. Nahir Robles and Avery trying to see who can get that number one slot. They want to face Amanda Storm for the AWF Women's World Championship. And CM Loaf, of course, trying to make sure and, cut the dreams of Yayo short. Win over the AWF champion goes a long way. And for Avery as well to get that win over Robles, that would almost nearly guarantee her a shot to Amanda Storm. And, well, with one out here comes the next. Yayo, put on a very, very well performance last Halloween Havoc up against the Diamond Taker. And now he is officially on a road and on his own. Kay, what do you make of Yayo here?
Well, I'm just going to repeat everything I said about Yayo last time. To me, this guy represents what I think most young guys in the Action Wrestling Federation should be doing. They're not waiting for the opportunity. They're not waiting for a veteran to come up to them and shake their hand and give them the big evil speech, quote unquote. They are taking what they want, and Yayo did exactly that to the Diamond Taker, who, I might add, 2-time former world champion. But that doesn't matter much to Yayo. What matters is that big W, and once again, he's looking for that tonight.
And up against CM Loaf and Nahir Robles. Nahir Robles, the queen of the indies. She has more belts than she has fingers. And the woman's resume is long, and she's hoping to add the women's world title to that list. CM Loaf and Yayo, once friends and whatnot, actually helped out Yayo in his fight against the Diamond Taker. But in this wrestling business, are there any true friends?
Well, we're going to see about that. And for Yayo, of course, Diamond Taker was one test, but CM Loaf
is a complete other one.
He certainly is, especially that he is our now, once again, Action Wrestling Federation World Champion. And you heard me at Halloween Havoc say that I'm interested on what CM Loaf we're going to get in this title reign. Obviously, the CM Loaf that we know now is a perverse, hateful maniac.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's the Brett Killers. The call of him?
Whoa.
AWF World Champion CM Loaf and Nahir Robles with some more synergy than that was expected. Am I the only one cringing to this?
Well, now we got a bit of pettiness from CM Loaf. It seems like whatever version of the People's Champ we're going to get, his penchant for sarcasm has not disintegrated whatsoever. And for Nahir Robles, she's just having a good time, AJ.
And well, Nahir Robles, she has described herself as, far from a hero, far from a villain, but she will do what's necessary to get her goals, to make her dreams come true. And she's a very friendly person. She's a person everyone can be friends with, and maybe that's where the problem lies, because she is teaming up with CM. Almost said something way awful on this microphone, but CM Loaf, folks, Nahir Robles, and the indie champion of her own right, and she has more than proven she can go in that ring. Avery put up against a challenge. This is sickening.
I mean, Nahir Robles, obviously, you said that she's willing to do anything to get anywhere, especially to the top. And we saw that for sure at Halloween Havoc. Even though she didn't walk away with the women's championship, I'd say that she was the MVP of that match. She was resilient as all hell, and let's see if she can show up that same resilience now against the former women's world champion.
And Nahir Robles and Avery start off this match with a tight lockup, and Nahir with those strikes. And again, welcome to AWF Chaos 104, the longest running show in Actions Entertainment, where you get to see some of the best and most egomaniac, testicle folks on this planet wrestle. And Avery, this is Nahir Robles' game. She is a technical wrestler that can strike with the best. And she's and Avery down the cover. 1, 2. Loaf into the ring, but Nahir Robles didn't need his assistance. She kicks up and back to her feet. Nahir wrap around and ooh, what a backbreaker to Avery. Avery having that UFC mixed martial arts background. She definitely cradle with a back suplex. And Nahir Robles, her background is anything but combat sport. A former passion girl and a scientist, literal scientist, and now a professional wrestler. Oh my God!
That is right on the top of her head. Cover here. He's gonna end early. No.
And here Robles kicks back up. Former Miss Puerto Rico, and here Avery is gonna. Oh my! Beautiful clothesline.
I mean, listen, the Puerto Rican princess obviously has eggs in different baskets, but I would say she has no more than in professional wrestling, as evident by the multiple titles that she holds.
And Avery, what a huge drop kick, gets deflected by Nahir. Stopped, turned around, and Avery fighting for her life right now. She kicks back up.
You know, one thing you gotta realize, folks, is the scrappiness of Avery. Of course, being an MMA fighter, she's got polished technique. But one thing that, you know, people underrate when it comes to combat sports is you really got to get in there. A huge forearm by Robles.
And here Robles continues to lay palms to Avery. Avery's trying to do her best to get on the defensive, and that big kick to the face. Avery down and into an STF choke. And here Robles, and the winner of this matchup between these two women, that could guarantee Yayo a shot against CM Loaf. It could guarantee either one of these women a shot at the Women's World Championship. In here,
Avery,
oh my, some style to her.
You know, we say, of course, UFC featherweight champion.
And the tag is made, CM
Emulating
Loaf.
the great Muhammad Ali. And that's it. Oh, here we go. Springboard clothesline immediately out of the fray.
And Loaf with a kick to the low spot up to the legs of Yayo. And these two well acquainted with each other. And CM Loaf, not want to say it, but he does think he is better than Yayo. He does think he is bar none the best athlete in his company. Springs off the rope to the crossbody.
I mean, when you're doing things like that, and when you have so many world championships to your name,
whoa.
You would think that sort of thing.
Whisper in the wind from CM Loaf, and he's going for another one. But Yayo moves out of the way.
And
Missed
Yayo
the
back
target.
up to his feet.
And cradles up CM Loaf with a back suplex. That is what you're supposed to do. But Loaf! Pop up! Spirit of vengeance!
CM Loaf has got a motor like no one else in the Action Wrestling Federation. The guy can go for as long as you need him to. And now Avery looking to clean up the scraps. Nahir Robles taking a sabbatical, and so is Yayo. Things are not looking good for that tandem.
And Loaf with an elbow drop to Yayo. Avery with rights to Nahir Robles. Shot low section and a DDT. And you can see it, folks, as I always say. Look into the crowd area. Look to your left. You will see that concrete is right there. That padding, very thin. And now, Avery trying to gain control. Nahir Robles back to her feet and into the ring.
And Agent A, you know, this begs the question, is the series of events indicative of the championship experience of Avery and CM Loaf, the latter being the current world champion? You know, they know how to stay on top.
And CM Loaf, Robles tags out while Loaf is going up high to Yayo. Yayo! Shooting star! Press! And CM Loaf, as you said, the champion controlling this match. Avery on the ringside area. And look at CM Loaf.
Beautiful, beautiful flying armbar by CM Loaf. A little bit of a, UFC expertise. He's sort of emulating his opponent. Oh, right out of nowhere, a stunner.
Hooks the leg for the win. Nahir Robles is there to split it up. And here, back under the, gets the tag ropes. CM Loaf
not done. Going for another stunner.
Spirit of Vengeance!
Caught it and tore Yayo in half. Spirit of Vengeance. Will he get the cover here? Oh, and a kick out.
And Avery. We're getting back to the apron. No. Loaf.
Oh, hey now.
With the showboating, talking smack to Avery. Not this energetic and
listen,
high
this is a
octane
tag
champion.
match. But the men are not allowed to lay hands on these ladies at ringside.
And here the CM Loaf is going to crank up the walls here right now. Yayo is reeling, wrenching.
A nice escape by Yayo. You know what Yayo may lack in experience, he has in drive, he has in athleticism. I mean, the guy is built like a freight train.
Loaf tried a big boot right there. It gets stopped.
And sooner rather than later, when he catches you in his mitts, as he's doing right now, you're going to feel the hurt.
Tag has been made. Here comes Nahir Robles. Nahir.
Robles now! Oh, she kicked her head clean off.
Nahir. Oh, she's going
hey now.
With a right hand!
There we go!
Here comes Avery! But Nahir Robles is putting hands on the ginormous Jason Yayo.
And I guess the referee couldn't tame the Puerto Rican princess for long.
And
Now see him Loaf introducing himself.
giving a lending hand to Robles, Nahir, and Loaf. Striking down. Avery. And Loaf is taking care of. Oh, no. Look at Loaf. Loaf trying to get Avery to stop.
Both teams now fighting on the outside.
Egging Avery to strike at him instead of Robles, but it's simply not working. Loaf is trying to get in the way. Loaf is attempting to become a human shield for Nahir Robles. I've officially seen it all.
What the hell is this? Let these two women go at it. That's what they're here for.
No!
Oh! Another kick from Robles.
And back to her feet. She's going to drag Avery back into the ring. Loaf on the ringside area. Double axe handle. Yayo missed. Oh!
And obviously the two young ladies, the two legal competitors. This match can be decided if Robles puts the finishing touches on it.
We already have had a chaotic start to this show. This has been no different. Up, down, power slam. And Avery still down out in the middle of that ring to hear Robles. She wants more.
I don't think Avery knows what planet she's on. And once again, putting her up for a Michinoku driver right on the back of the head. And of course the cover now. Hooks the leg.
1, 2, and 3.
And that is all she wrote. CM Loaf, Nahir Robles.
And what a match.
And let's not forget, the Puerto Rican princess has more likely than not punched a ticket to face Amanda Storm. And oh my goodness, that is going to be a hell of a match. Of course, it was Robles making her way into that match between Storm and Avery, making it a triple threat.
What am I watching between these two?
Listen, she's pumped up. I would be too. She's got a... Okay, she keeps going.
Women's World Championship matchup for Nahir Robles. CM Loaf and Robles win the day. We have more AWF chaos.
Must have been some extra pre-workout in that shake I saw earlier.
Well, whoa!
And here we go.
TJ striking down on Cameron O'Neal of Ruination and yelling at him.
That's the big man.
Nope. What?
That's the big man.
And the big man's being taken down.
TJ's taking out his big man. What?
And whatever argument that Ruination was having,
he is picking apart every member of Ruination systematically. What?
No!
What the hell?
TJ. Yep. Whoa. Whoa, hey now.
Folks, I apologize. I have absolutely no explanation for what we just...
And yelling.
And obviously the message to the cousins.
Oh my goodness, he is claimed and made this, says this is his show, and is ordering around O'Neal like a mad dog.
A message to his cousin Mamba Ant.
Blitz in there, said nobody can stop him.
To his brother CJ Speed,
This is... calling this his show now.
What the hell has gotten into TJ?
Our world heavyweight champion laying down hands to his own people. And now arriving in Ethan Grace to the ring.
And of course, a rematch of sorts for the Renegade Championship. Ethan Grace technically did not lose it in the traditional way, relinquishing the championship in the Renegade Rumble. And now the new champion, Kenneth Killgore, being so graceful enough, see what I did there, to give Mr. Ethan a rematch here. And Kenneth Killgore has really gotten a new fire under himself. This whole idea of being a gladiator, stepping into the arena and spilling blood, that's something that he enjoys. I've always known the man has liked violence, but here he just seems to embody it. And I'm not sure if Ethan Grace wants to be in the ring with somebody who likes to hurt as much as he likes being hurt.
And Ethan Grace feels that he is the moment he He wants that championship back. Thinks that he, had it been a normal defense, of course he would have still been the champion. But and the third Renegade champion did not win a Renegade Rumble, and he was already lobbying against going for that. But hey, it's a new day, and Ethan Grace one-on-one with Kenneth Killgore for the first time. I'm intrigued just to see what this young man is gonna do in that ring.
I mean, you see the tights there, true Renegade. Ethan Grace.
Here he is. Here he is. There, the man himself.
And you see it. You see the horror movie villain-like mask, the studs on the jacket. It's coming out like another member of Demolition. It's Kenneth Killgore, but behind all the costumes is a man who wants to do one thing, and that is impose his will.
Kenneth Killgore, this Renegade Championship, it's something, he holds every belt in the AEWF to a high standard. That to him is his world championship. If you ask Kenneth Killgore, he wants to die with that championship. And that isn't a mentality you often see with some people do regard the Renegade Championship and other belts as simply so, a passing so, a stepping stone to the next level. And Kenneth Killgore, he sees that as, the elevated stone.
Well, I mean, of course he treats every championship he wins this way, but the Renegade Championship, in my opinion, is the best example of what Killgore is talking about. I always say it. That is the cornerstone of the Access Wrestling Federation. How many people have won that championship and have gone on to do even greater things, to be World Heavyweight Champion, to be World Tag Team, to be World AWF World Champion? I mean, this championship here is really the litmus test for if you can be the guy here in this company.
And Ethan Grace getting embraced by this Cleveland, Ohio crowd here on AWF Chaos. The former Renegade Champion up against Kenneth Killgore. Killgore, this is the first belt he's held since he's held the AWF World Tag Championships. And you can ask him how he feels about that last title run, and I'm pretty sure he wants to make this anything but.
Certainly wants to redeem himself, and now he has the opportunity to do it where the responsibility lies on those broad shoulders alone.
And Kenneth Killgore hands the title off to Charles Robinson. This is Ethan Grace, Kenneth Killgore, Renegade Championship in Cleveland, Ohio. And you are about to watch, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you for being here. You can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us.
Now, the interesting thing here is to see how Ethan Grace comes at Kenneth Killgore. Obviously, we know that the Renegade Champion is an athletic freak, right? Even from his days as being fourth in the city as an amateur wrestling champion. And even till now, he's never lost that athleticism. But Ethan Grace, I think, in my opinion, is almost twice as athletic. I mean, the guy, the things he can do with the human body.
Oh my.
Oh!
Kenneth Killgore goes. When you say twice in this city, fourth in the city, you have to mention as well, that's a city with millions of people in it. Not like a little trailer park town like Ethan Grace.
I mean, of course.
Your right hand.
It is New York City and one of the premier amateur wrestling cities in the United States. Killgore would know all about that.
Killgore now looking to give some of those that same basic extra instrumentals to these competitors here. Just lock up with beautiful lockup, and then shoots straight into that drop toe hold to Terry Funk. That's little things like that. That's a move Kenneth holds near and dear to his heart. And here, back to his feet. Oh, beautiful wrap around, and then one. Oh, nice reversal.
A couple of jackknife covers there by both Grace and Killgore.
Off the ropes, Killgore down and tried for a power slam and a neck breaker.
Neck breaker by Ethan Grace. And now Grace here has a chance to ground Killgore. You know what they say, size does not matter when the fight goes to the ground.
Here back to his feet. Kenneth getting walked around by Ethan Grace. Low shots right there. Killgore.
Here we go, out of nowhere.
Grabs it, bomb! Hooks the leg, down! 1, 2, kick out!
And that's what Ethan Grace has to watch out for, that explosivity. I mean, Kenneth Killgore, just like a jaguar, just pouncing on Grace. And, immediately, like I said, imposing his will. Oh, what? Get the hell out of here.
Ethan Grace!
Get out of here!
One for the Jay Driller and Kenneth Killgore. Not for it. Simply not for it.
Grace ought to change his last name to Gall, because talk about the audacity to try and use the J Driller, Kenneth Killgore's patented finishing maneuver. What the hell is this?
Trickery from Kenneth Killgore, evading whatever Ethan Grace had lined up for him. rolls over again and in right to that spinning toe hold.
You got to give that a perfect 10, folks.
Killgore back to his feet. Doesn't, move around. Oh, went for something there.
It was like a double leg, and Grace.
Off the ropes.
And
down.
that is how you move in the ring.
Back up to his feet. The lock up. And a power slam. I love a power slam, but Kenneth right back to his feet.
And the thing about Grace that you got to notice is he doesn't like being shown up in the ring. Even if it's the thing not to do with the occasion, he'll still do it because of how damn good it looks.
Ethan getting stomped on. Kenneth continues
that
to work on that.
Good.
Working on the spinning toe hold, and he goes right back to it after the stomps. But Ethan Grace is able to kick up and keep himself alive. Oh, wow!
Oh, my God! The sound of that!
What a thud. And that is what you get when you get limb work, ladies and gentlemen. Kenneth Killgore targeting the legs of Ethan Grace. Remember that they buckled after one little good shot. Now back to his feet. Ethan and Kenneth
Once again,
Killgore,
he can't
relentless.
defend those takedowns. He is really working on the knee of Ethan Grace. And why shouldn't he? I mean, a lot of Grace's offense comes from the ropes, high flying. You can't do that if you got no knees.
Oh, try to a huge Superman punch. Killgore flaps, ropes him over, and oh no, grabs him by the hair.
Oh my God!
What a guy! And Kenneth. Oh, Ethan is gonna try and evade trouble, rolling out the way. Kenneth to his down on the apron area.
What the hell's gonna happen here? Precarious position. Killgore taking off his feet.
Ethan, so this is trying to show up Kenneth and gets a right hand. Another one. Nope. Killgore to his face.
Killgore went out to reach, just out of reach. Now he finally snatched up Ethan Grace. Kenneth Killgore is maneuvering around this ring. Like, he knows it, and of course he knows it.
Killgore.
Man trains like an animal.
Trying to grab up for Grace. Brings in.
Tries to boot. Oh, what a reversal by Grace. And now Killgore with a kick of his own.
Into Fury. Over on the balanced shoulder of Grace. And gets kicked off again. I don't know how long Ethan can even kick up after those attempts. And again, the toe hold. Ethan reach to the ropes. Reach to the damn ropes. He grabs him.
I sense that Killgore might be doing a little bit of showboating as well. I mean, that kick had a little bit of flash to it. Maybe the Renegade Champion can't resist his own damn self. But once again, a submission maneuver, one of many that Killgore has in his repertoire.
And the man of 1,000 holds, the Terminator, gets kicked to the face. Ethan!
Oh, that's a kick to the gut.
That's all he needs!
And
that's
now
a shot!
Stomp.
Come!
Oh my God!
Stop!
He turned the lights out! Will he turn the lights out of Killgore's Renegade Championship reign? And no!
Ethan Grace to his feet. Kenneth Killgore struggles. Ethan.
I'm sure Killgore doesn't know what hit him. And it makes sense. I mean, that curb stomp, just flat, face flat in the middle of the ring. Oh, that's not what you want to do.
And Killgore,
when the Terminator is marching for you.
He gets kicked in the shot, the low section. Ethan into the corner. Kenneth tried a hell of a slap.
Yeah, I would have took the skin off his chest. Let me tell you that. Killgore,
once again, Crimson Bomb! Kenneth Killgore!
And now,
laying out Ethan Grace!
Any ifs nor buts.
Killer Instinct!
Right on the crown of the head, Ethan Grace.
One,
you.
two.
Oh! I was going to say thank you for coming, but Ethan Grace wants to maintain his stay. The former Renegade Champion showing his guts now. And Killgore looking to take to the skies. Oh.
Killgore.
Oh, he's running the ropes. He's running the ropes. Can you believe it?
Teasing Grace. And instead he's now, again, not going to the ringside area. Why would he?
Well,
he is the champion. He holds the advantage.
You can't pin anyone at ringside in this kind of match, I'll tell you that.
With a huge drop kick right there. Ethan.
And Grace go for the handspring. Oh, he just caught Killgore. Mid-run. What accuracy by Grace.
And here now, Ethan flips him into the corner. Ethan, back and forth, these two are going.
The sharp elbow. What a match this is. If you want to know why the Renegade Championship is held in such high regard, need not to look any further than this bout right here. And as much as you may not like Ethan Grace, I personally love the guy. I'm impartial to Killgore, but I gotta respect what these two guys are doing right now.
And Ethan Grace trying to climb and get back the championship that Grayson loves. Here, yo, try to power slam, no, DDT.
Now Killgore has bought himself some time. The assault by Ethan Grace started by the curb stomp. Now might not end with a killer instinct once again.
And no, Ethan. Kenneth was trying to go for something else there, but right after the killer instinct, whoa!
That could have been a horrible collision for either man. But no one got the worst of it.
And now, back to his feet, Ethan.
Ethan Grace going for the handspring. He connects.
Killgore tried to duck out of the way. It was a little too late. Ethan is bleeding from the forehead, and with the blood in his eyesight, he has to end this match soon. The longer it goes on, the more success odds grow for Kenneth Killgore.
And that's
who is
a body slam. Ethan Grace going to the
down,
top rope. You know
dead
he loves this.
center. Ethan Grace could be reclaiming the Renegade Championship. He's going up. Curb! Stomp!
He stood him up like a damn pogo stick. Oh, God! The Terminator!
Back to his feet!
Give me more!
Both men bloody as could be.
The roof of this Cleveland, Ohio arena just blew into the stratosphere when Killgore kicked out. And now, boom!
Ethan Grace, dead center. Now Kenneth wraps around again. Spinning toe hold. Ethan is clawing for anything. He escapes.
Somehow manages to escape.
Oh, and those drop kicks not as effective. They drop Kenneth down. But Killgore, oh my God. And Ethan Grace with unorthodox, just mean strikes.
That's one way to ground Kenneth Killgore, but he just keeps coming back.
And now it's the tight lockup. And Killgore walks to the ropes. Here now.
Here you go. Wow, look at this. Look at this. Killgore, he's moving like Ethan Grace out there. Oh, trying to drop kick. Didn't get it. Oh, he snatched him up. Snatched him up like a shark smelling blood in the water. Welcome, Driller.
And down. Cover. 1, 2. Ethan Grace, thank you for coming.
Phenomenal matchup. What a match.
And ladies and gentlemen, both of these two gentlemen,
they ought to be proud of themselves.
They laid it all out. Ethan Grace, Kenneth Killgore, well-matched at some points. That stomp, the blood on Killgore's brow and face, it was all worth it. He gets to reclaim and hold the Renegade Championship.
Listen, Ethan Grace
look at that match.
Wanted his championship more than I've seen anyone want the Renegade Championship back. But I think Kenneth Killgore wanted to hold on to it just a little bit more. You can see him enjoying the fruits of his labor, blood spilling from his forehead. He'd have it no other way. Let me tell you, I know the guy personally. He would have it no other way. Fantastic matchup.
We thank you for watching. We do have more AWF Chaos, and it is up next. Mamba Ant's been going around backstage trying to find an answer as to, what the hell is going on with CJ Speed and whatnot. He wants Damian Priest to meet him in this ring coming up right now. And we'll see if he's going to get his wish.
As we're all thinking, I'm not sure what the hell is going on here. Of course, the former World Heavyweight Champion Mamba Ant trying to get to the bottom of Damian Priest, what he might have to do with TJ, if there's any connection at all. We don't know as much as Mamba Ant doesn't know. I mean, and we're the journalists here. We really just got no clue. But hopefully something will be solved here in any capacity.
And again, Mamba Ant, let's just say again, he and Ruination, CJ Speed, TJ, his cousins, he doesn't exactly, favor them. Not for the last year he hasn't, but he does still feel a way when his family is stepped to. So, Speed being thrown off to start this show, he doesn't want rest until Priest gives him an answer.
I mean, it's a familial bond, but I just think it's rich that the only person allowed to maim and scar his family is Mamba Ant. If anyone else does it, then it's a problem. Real hypocritical from the former world heavyweight champion. But I digress.
And now it's the moment to see if Priest is going to be man enough to walk down that ramp. And Mamba Ant embraced by the Cleveland crowd. A funny thing to say in itself. But now...
I mean, we know what has happened here in Cleveland. That infamous... man, I thought Mamba Ant was going to die that night, quite personally.
And here, wait a second now. Waiting for Damian Priest. That is not Damian Priest. That is not Damian Priest. That Damian Priest is with them. Deuce! Deuce! Deuce!
Now,
the Anomaly and Saint are together! What hell is frozen over?
Now, do not tell me that this was the work of the Benedict Arnold.
Deuce, who made his return to the AWF this past Renegade Warzone, this Renegade Rumble, walking to the ring right now, and alongside the Silent Assassin Saint. I mean, Saint has been an upstanding guy in the AWF up until this point. This is above him. He should not be standing side by side, buddy with him.
That 6'8" individual behind them, Damian Priest, the same man who infiltrated the World Heavyweight Championship main event, the same man who threw that man's cousin, CJ Speed, into a spotlight, for crying out loud, is with these two. Is that what this is supposed to communicate to me, Agent A?
And Saint and Deuce, they're walking around like they own the spot. This, I wonder if, be careful what you wish for.
You know, Deuce has never been a speaker, but I've got to get an explanation for this. Is it some sort of power vacuum that Ruination now has been disassembling? Are we seeing the forming of a new group, a new faction here?
And here,
they seem to be well coordinated.
Deuce and Saint. Well, Mamba Ant's get his wish. It is not Priest he was going to fight. It is Saint who just stepped into that ring. For the first time on AWF Chaos TV, Mamba Ant and Saint will face one-on-one. And not the circumstance he wanted, but here we go. The bell sounds. Saint with Deuce at ringside with him.
Well, listen, I'm going to be the first person to say that you never need an extraneous reason to punch Mamba Ant in the face. The guy has done enough bad. What does Saint have to do with this whole situation? I get Deuce. I don't get Damian Priest, but we know that he has some sort of ill will towards Mamba Ant. But what the hell does Saint have to do with this whole equation?
And Saint, been being signed to the AWF since January. A lot of people expected more out of him this way through, maybe even out of himself. Teaming up with Deuce. Whoa, look at that speed from Mamba Ant!
I mean, the kids won the Chaos Championship. That's as much you can hope to do in your first year in the Access Wrestling Federation. But
now oh man, both of these gentlemen evading trouble. What the hell? Lock over the shoulders and oh!
A nice time bomb there, and here we go.
Kick out Saint back to his feet.
And not to say that Deuce isn't a great mentor, if that is the relationship.
Whoa! Welcome to prime time!
We're meant to see here as Mamba Ant is taking the fight to Saint. Cover here.
And is trying to get this match over and done with quick.
I don't blame him. He wants answers. A match is only going to stop that.
And here now welcome to high time. 1, 2.
And again, you know, Mamba Ant loves Batman. He might want to beat the answers out of Saint.
Hit out one. Kick out and immediately kicks out of that one.
You know, Deuce is a great, phenomenal, even professional wrestler. Of course, he was the one who ended Mamba Ant's historic championship reign all the way back at the inaugural Bloodsport pay-per-view. But of course, morally and ethically speaking, as a person, as a character, he has descended.
And here now, Ant kicks Saint right to the face.
I'm not sure if that's the mentor that Saint wants. Of course, professionally, but morally and ethically, I'm not sure that's the guy that Saint wants in his corner.
If this is what it takes for Saint to get back to the upper echelon. I mean, oh, and here Ant is attempting now to get this going. Starting off with these shoulder blocks, swing, a miss, into, and slams down Saint.
Mamba Ant getting things going against Saint. Obviously, the former Chaos champion knows how to be a winning individual.
Goes for the arm bar and rolls up out of it. Double knees to the face.
But he's facing the guy with the best pedigree, both metaphorically and literally, in the Access Wrestling Federation.
And here's Saint rolls.
And here we go.
With a cross face and drags his foot under the ropes and leaves the ring. The IQ from the former world champion. Both of these two gentlemen. Oh, and Saint in the ring. That's a steel chair. A steel chair grip. Oh, wait. Whoa. No. No! Oh, no! Saint went to hit Ant, but instead hit Robinson. And now, dear almighty,
we're going to see the shenanigans begin now. We're going to see really where alignments lie. Oh, look at this. Now Saint is doubling down.
Robinson leaving the ring. And Saint pop up powerbomb.
Fans, we are witnessing the moral erosion of this young man Saint by both Damian Priest and his cohort Deuce.
And now
that's what we're witnessing right now.
Saint hoisting up Mamba and Brainbuster.
And it's not an immoral thing to want to beat up Mamba Ant. But with these tactics, teaming up with a man who once betrayed the AWF when we needed him most.
And now walks him right there. And no. Saint.
Now.
And Brainbuster onto the chair. The match has been called. Ant is incapacitated.
And of course, this is what they want. Lawlessness.
Mamba Ant, in a rare sight, is laid out bloody cold while Saint stands tall. The message has been sent to the AWF.
You know, Agent A, the worst part about it is now we have more questions than answers. Nothing that was propositioned, so to speak, earlier in the night has been answered by these events. But still, we have an incapacitated Mamba Ant and a coalition, is that what we would call it? Between
whatever the hell it is, we'll get on to it. Up next, we have the main event. Anthony Kingsley wanted this matchup, even though this would be on Ignition. He wanted this match on AWF Chaos.
I mean, why wouldn't he? This is the premier match, of course, for the championship.
And PK making his way to the ring.
Panos K. The young man has definitely caught my attention. He, to me, is impressive. That's the word I'd use, impressive. For how, I don't want to say inexperienced, but for how short his tenure in the Access Wrestling Federation has been, he certainly has found a way to get himself in the right rooms, in the big spots. Spots such as this, a triple threat.
For the IWGP IC title.
And I, you know, of course, if you're a fan of professional wrestling anywhere, not just the AWF, you know what a triple threat or a three-way dance, if you want to call it, means for a champion. But if you're new, it means that the champion does not have to be pinned or submitted or be the victim of a fall to lose a championship. And for a man like Panos K, an opportunist, a man who likes advantages, that is the perfect scenario. But Agent A, we're dealing with the Mad Dragon. We're dealing with the Czar. A man who, if he could, would take out one eye and staple it to the back of his head just to see his enemies coming. That's the kind of guy that we're dealing with.
And Panos K, he has, called himself the Unfiltered One. He wants to shake up the hierarchy of the AWF. And one way to do that, you get some championship gold around your waist. AJ Arrows, another man real hungry about getting a championship back. He has called himself Rob, the empty hands of embezzled champion. Those are his words from months ago. The only world champion in AWF history to have won it and have had the win be completely rectified in the history books.
I mean, what can you say for AJ Arrow? My heart really bleeds for this kid. I mean, it really does. I have never seen someone so constantly victimized by the locker room, by the authority here in the Access Wrestling Federation. All he has done since coming to the AWF is wrestle. That's all he's done, is wrestle. But he...
Left and right.
he has gotten into the plans and has meddled into the stakes that the top guys here, CM Loaf, Mamba Ant, he has gotten himself in matches with those guys, and he has caught absolute hell for it. Now it's his time to grab the banner and get himself in those matches without having to go through hoops of fire to do so.
And he still has the mountain of a man. Both of these competitors should be not if not intimidated, they might be when they see him walk down that
they
ramp.
Should be intimidated. I mean, you hear the opening notes of the Death Waltz. You know that intensity personified is coming out of the gorilla position and coming to wage war.
If you guys can see Agent K, look, he does take a liking to Dragunov. He has followed him way back since his indie days in the UK, and has only been more impressed at the elevation of this man's career. A former, the TIF superstar he was, integrated and stayed with us, and continues to be the IWGP Intercontinental Champion.
The thing about Ilya Dragunov that I love so much is not even his wrestling or in-ring ability, which is stellar, but his backstory and his childhood. He grew up the son of poor Russians living in Germany, and if you know anything about that time period, it was rough. I mean, it was more than rough. A lot of times, Ilya had to go nights just eating, sleep, and drinking air. He had nothing, but he has clawed and scratched his way to this moment, and that's why he calls himself Unbesiegbar. It means invincible in German. Nothing can touch him, in his opinion, when he's in this ring. However, Panos K, AJ Eros, maybe got something to say about that.
And Dragunov, as always, been holding that belt for a while, has gone up against the best, beat Deuce to gain the championship, and let's see again.
That's a hell of a guy to beat, H&A. Deuce, I mean, we just saw him. You know that Deuce is more than capable of leaving a array of opponents just lying in his wake. He did so with the Intercontinental Championship here in the AWF.
Yeah, the IWGP belt showcased off, and you could have been anywhere in the world, ladies and gentlemen, but you were here with us.
In event time, I'm getting goosebumps. This would be a treat, and of course, Extreme Rules, anything goes. I don't want to imagine Ilya Dragunov with a steel chair in his hand, H&A. That to me seems like the stuff of nightmares.
We're gonna find out right here, right now. Okay, Dragunov, Eros, and PK, they're ready. Robinson sounds the bell. Here we go. Eros and K with the tight lockup. And never wow!
With a whipping chop, Ilya Dragunov.
For both gentlemen, rolls around that nice fireman's carry. We are live here underway in the main event of AWF Chaos, episode number 104, week 104 of Chaos. It ends right here in this main event. Here, Tiger Bomb suplex to PK, a tight lockup. And for AJ Eros and PK, they have to, find their moment, find their opportunity to claim victory. Dragunov is going to do everything he can to make sure these two don't get a second of breathing room. Right hand.
Yeah, like I said, Dragunov is the kind of guy that if he could magically
double chop,
if he could wish for it, he would have eyes on every part of his body so he can see his opponents coming. It's not to run. It's just to know that he has more people to fight.
Now, Dragunov and Eros striking down on K together for a moment, and here, Dragunov picks this moment. Oh man, AJ Eros, nice arm drag to disperse of Dragunov for a moment.
Gorgeous counter, and look at that. Nice dragon suplex by AJ Eros.
Whoa!
And now Eros
takes a dive and keeps on a move.
It's funny that he has such a viral feud with CM Loaf, because he really reminds you a lot of the guy AJ Eros. The way he wrestles, the way he moves. He's a dynamic athlete. Can sort of do it all.
Trash can off the head.
Look at
of
Panos
PK.
K.
Maybe enjoying us all, but too much. Here we'll now roll out the table. And, oh my days, with that beautiful, again, these suplexes cradle up on the back of PK's head. He's already taken a few of them from both Dragunov and AJ Eros. Eros into the ring and evades the drop kick and then gets right back in for his own knee. Off the ropes. Look at AJ Eros getting control of this matchup.
Eros is a real sneaky bastard.
Light tube across the body. of PK. He's out of the ring.
Knows how to play mind games. And, oh, it looks like he wants Dragunov through that table. The Mad Dragon says no. And a huge European uppercut. Arrows back up.
Shoves down Dragunov here. Oh my, and PK tried to Dragunov's own maneuver, but he ducked and dived. Look at how elevation AJ Arrows caught.
You know, Agent A, I think the one thing that either Panos K or AJ Arrows does not want to do is try and engage Dragunov in a war of stamina, in a war of endurance. It's not going to work out. Ilya Dragunov is, I mean, you've seen the matches with Walter if you're a fan of this man. His chest looked like minced meat.
Here, nice. Uppercut right there. And Dragunov is going to get walked over again by AJ Arrows. AJ stopped by PK.
Here we go, PK.
We've already seen our fair share of some hard-hitting matches. This Chaos Renegade Championship matchup went as, you know, oh my goodness, high and low combo
Oh, look
from
at
Arrows
that.
and PK.
Look, maybe it's unintentional. That was certainly intentional.
Now down to cover quickly. Now Arrows splits it up.
Nice high knees to the face. And both guys want to excommunicate Dragunov from this match as quickly as possible. In my opinion, he is the biggest threat. Of course, he's the champion. He wants to retain.
Now Arrows, the lock. Just went for a right hand, and PK is going to get him in the corner, dump him aside.
Panos K is not showing any fear, any, second thoughts or hesitation.
Now the kick.
A nice suplex into the cutter. PK out of the way. Just caught a big lariat from AJ Arrows. Like I said, this young man is dynamic.
And AJ Arrows, look at this. What is this? He's wrapping up PK.
Look at that. A little Windsor knot. That is certainly something.
And Dragunov not
an
having
old school British hold there.
Does not allow PK with Arrows to get up on that. And
Dragunov's not a man of shenanigans.
Spinning toe hold.
The ring is not a playground, it's a battlefield for the Mad Dragon.
AJ Arrows is going to collect a ladder.
You can only wonder what Arrows wants to do with that ladder. Of course, known for his high flying as well.
Into the ring it goes, and oh! A German suplex hits the back of PK's head, and then a knee drop as well from Dragunov.
PK having a pretty bad night. And Arrows into the barricade, shoulder first.
Back to his feet. Dragunov moved out of the way.
They try to punt his head right into that barricade. Nice spin fist by Arrows.
And here now, PK is tossed aside. AJ Arrows has steel stairs in his hands, and he is walking over there. In the head, the back of the head, down goes Dragunov with the trash can. Down goes PK.
And I think Dragunov might be out for a while as far as this is concerned. Even knowing the guy, look at him, he's woozy going back to his feet. Might just be getting a grasp of the situation here. Dragunov tried to headbutt. Arrows with a super kick, missed. Dragunov with an arm wringer. Try to kick of his own. Shots the outside single. AJ Arrows with a nice ankle lock.
And now Arrows trying to go back over to
That was a nice little sequence there between both men. I mean, listen, AJ Arrows, that's what I said. He's gotten here, and all he has done is wrestle, and great at that.
And PK gets dropped down. AJ Arrows, this is for the IWGP Intercontinental Champion. What's it?
Here we go. Here.
Go!
Oh, my God!
AJ Arrows! Cut on the ladder!
Check the face! That is reconstruction surgery. That is a rhinoplasty, whatever you want to call it.
AJ Arrows sprung up and hit a cutter onto the ladder, and Dragunov not taking it lightly.
Bone on steel. AJ Arrows, as creative as he is, violent. And now Panos K, he wants himself a highlight.
Drop down, right
Spinning
hand.
toe, good luck trying to convince the Tsar either Dragunov to tap. Not going to happen.
Wicked right hand. Going into the corner. Again in the corner.
Now, Panos K, you can only imagine. Stop sign right to the face. AJ Arrows too knocked out to even realize what hit him. And now, Panos, listen, part of being unfiltered is, sometimes you got to...
Wait a second.
Here we go.
Oh, my
under the ladder. That's got to be it. That's it.
One. Not to
Dragunov
be.
with the save.
And lighting the table on fire.
I completely think that if Dragunov wasn't there to save Eros, it would have been done for. Panos K would have been champion.
And now, with a hot shot on the ropes,
Uh-oh.
Dragunov, maybe with his own damn table.
Fire at ringside.
No!
The Mad Dragon into his own flames.
Dragunov through the tail, no!
Low blow! Low blow!
AJ Arrows with a low blow to PK!
This might be how he does it.
Moreland bomb!
AJ Arrows.
And here now Dragunov quickly back in to stop it. Dragunov going up with a knee drop right to PK.
And Arrows still has a submission in. Are you crazy?
And PK gets out of that one. He took a knee to the stomach as well as the submission. Oh man, and that uppercut back up. AJ Arrows.
Thunderous uppercut. Now Panos K. Uppercut of his own. And both men still working. Oh,
Breaking!
Once again, man, that ladder has seen some victims here tonight, hasn't it?
And now it's going to be AJ Arrows getting up now. Oh, waiting for the PK strikes Dragunov with that light tube. And here again, the main event, AJ top. Whoa! The Phoenix splat the Dragunov!
I don't even know what to call that, but what the hell was that?
Whatever, and so AJ Arrows.
It was impressive, that's what I could call it. And now Panos K working up the fruits of Arrows' labor after that insane aerial maneuver. Tosses the champion to the ring. Panos K lining up the Mad Dragon. He's gonna slay the Mad Dragon.
And into the ring. But now it's AJ Arrows disrupting it all. Grabs the stop sign and bangs it off his head.
That is all steel, that stop sign is. Into the corner is Dragunov. AJ Arrows may be looking to inflict more pain with that ladder. Oh, he said the stop sign. Spine first.
In here. And Moreland bomb onto the stop sign. Onto the metal. Here's PK. No, Arrows went for that ankle lock. PK smashes a light tube over Dragunov's head. Down, Arrow's head down, cover one.
For the ankle lock, here's a light tube.
Went for three, no.
My God, that was close. Try to steal the pin there after the big Marlin bomb.
Now, it's going to be Dragunov, chop missed.
What a match this is. Panos K and AJ Arrows been able to nullify Dragunov's offense here in this matchup. The weapons galore.
Into the ring, AJ Arrows is. Dragunov throws him into the corner. A nice running uppercut to PK, who's down.
And now Dragunov has a chance to end it. Is he going for the torpedo Moscow? Look
He
like
went
he
for
gets
it!
caught.
Went for it, as K said. Caught, and AJ Arrows is down. PK gaining control.
Got another shot. Oh, look like he went for that cutter, that super cutter that he likes. Arrows maybe going for a power slam.
Out of the way, and now
like a tennis match back and forth. Arrows getting the upper hand. Power slam on the ladder. There goes the
super kick to Dragunov. And he still stood standing. Arrows.
He's made out of iron, this man is.
A punch to both gentlemen. PK taken down. Super kick to Dragunov.
He certainly felt that one, am I right?
And now
AJ Arrows turns him over. Boston Crab, cinched deep. Is Ilya Dragunov gonna tap? Is he gonna tap?
IWGP into the ring.
And a nice shotgun jockey by Panos K, saving his championship dreams. PK has Arrows up.
And he is going to drop him on his head.
Nice
Arrows.
Shoulder breaker driver.
Chops into the corner. AJ Arrows power slammed by PK. It's going to be PK going up top. And
Arrows go over to the ring. Dragunov tried to take advantage. Oh, almost got the DDT. And I think that would have been it.
Now it's going to be Dragunov trying to get something here. Neck breaker. And now
the hell is Dragunov thinking?
Oh!
Torpedo Moscow! Torpedo Moscow for the win! 1, 2, 3! The knockout shot from the IWGP Intercontinental Champion.
And still,
just like that, in the blink of an eye, the Mad Dragon comes down and tears into you with his claws. You heard it here first, folks. And still, my God, what an affair! What a night of championship matches.
And that was a fun episode of AWF Chaos.
It most certainly was.
A lot of questions to be answered, but me and Kay will be getting on them. Thank you for watching, everyone. Could be anywhere in the world, you were here with us. Please